Hello, everyone. My name is Nathan Morgan. I'm a social worker and self advocate at Milestones Autism Resources, and I'm here today as part of the MAP tool to share some feedback and some suggestions about the strategies that I have used over the past many years to increase my quality of sleep and to help me go to sleep sooner and stay asleep longer. I know that these tips may not work for absolutely everyone, but my hope is that they'll be, a starting point, somewhere to begin. So moving forward, I like to create a setting where I have complete control over the sleep sensory environment. For example, I will use light blocking curtains in my bedroom, heavier duty than other rooms in the house, just as a way, because I don't want any light filtering in from the street. I don't know if you're like me, maybe you have a really sensitive floodlight that clicks on when an animal walks past. That can really disturb your sleep. So those kinds of things can be really important. If you're able to address what kind of light is coming in from the outside, that can be a big step forward. Now, some of the other things that might be distracting are, I know we all have cell phones. I actually use my cell phone as a alarm. But what can happen is sometimes the lights will flicker, or there might be when you're charging it, maybe the light just stays green or red the whole time. I know mine does. What you can do is on your cell phone, there should be some settings available that will let you choose the always on display and turn that off, or the other lights in there and turn those off. That was one big thing that's been helpful for me. A second piece is I like to manage the sound that's coming into my room. Again, technology can be a big source of that. If your phone beeps in the middle of the night, that can be, really disrupting. I know there have been times where maybe I haven't had a certain setting on my phone. I'll get a text message at night, and I'm about to fall asleep, but that wakes me right up, and now I'm awake for the next 2 or 3 hours. So you can actually go in and create a do not disturb mode on your phone. This do not disturb mode allows you to select certain scenarios where a call can come in. So if someone calls you multiple times from the same number over the course of a short period of time, that number will come through just as an emergency precaution. You can also, like I do, favorite or put a star next to certain contacts in your contact list and create an exception so that if someone calls you from a favorited number, those will always get in. So that way I know if my mom or my boss or someone I'm really needing to get a call from, if it comes through, I'm going to be able to get that. But for the most part, if there's a spam call or something else going on at night that really can wait until the morning, I'm not going to have that disrupting my sleep. You might also be like me. I have animals, and I really do love them. They're really great, but I know that I can't sleep when they're in the same room with me. They just are very fidgety. They like to run around. Sometimes they'll play with each other at night, keep each other company. But for me, it wakes me up. It causes more issues. So having some defined spaces, like my bedroom is my space, and then they can have the whole rest of the house for all I care. But that's my quality sleep time. So having that structured schedule and kind of knowing those patterns might be able to also help you. I know other self advocates that I've mentioned can find a lot of support and comfort in their animals, like I do. So kind of knowing how to balance your own needs as well as still having that companionship and the support of not even just your pets, but maybe you have a sibling or maybe you have other family members that are coming and going from your space. Creating those clear boundaries regarding bedrooms can be very, very helpful for establishing a sleep routine. The very last suggestion that I have is making sure that your sheets and your blankets are really what work for you. I know that I use a different set of sheets and blankets in the summer than in the spring. And I've really made sure that I go through and I touch all the fabrics so I know that I like the tactile sensation that they offer. But it gives me this extra level of control over temperature, over the texture of the blankets, and things like that. And so if you're shopping for blankets for a self advocate in your life, perhaps including them in that shopping trip could be helpful.